batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 still go, 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 slow, go, still go, go, no hope, go, still go. I never answer to no, no, still go.
Hey, hello, hello, hello. Everybody's muted. Well, welcome to another evening of spreading love unapologetically. I am Tamura Freeman, one of your hosts.
Kecia Green, one of your hosts.
Gaylisa, where you at? We got Gaylisa over there. She rolling, you know. So we're gonna be.
Listen, I'm on a delay. Y'all on a delay. We on a delay.
Okay.
Y'all.
All right.
I'm
Get it, baby.
Gaylisa. Welcome to the show.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. And we have. Hey, Joseph. Joseph is in the house. House.
What's up, bro?
Yes. So before we get started, a couple of notes I want to make. So we want to make this really special for our ladies. We have Detra March in the house. Hey. And we have Madeline Garrett in the house. Welcome home, ladies. Welcome home.
Welcome.
If you're watching our show, thank you. If you have questions for anything that you hear today, I welcome you. We welcome you to put a message to write in our comments and say, hey, I have questions. We will send you a link so you can come in the studio and ask questions for them. This is interactive. This is what we are here for. They have a hell of a testimony. Are you ready? As we always do, when we get started, we give shout outs. And we have some beautiful guests in the house. So we're going to start with you, Miss Detra.
So I just want to give a shout out to my Embark family. I want to give a shout out to the Harmony Project. I want to give a shout out to Fit to Navigate. And I want to give a shout out to the Arch Organization.
All right.
That's what's up.
Right. Hey, you're going to pass it on over to, which way is it?
Madeline.
She's on mute.
Not anymore.
Unmute yourself, Matt.
I see.
Hey.
Hey.
Yep, I want to give a shout out to all the unapologetic 12, each and every one, past, present, and future.
Yes.
Unapologetic 12. If it had not been for the two that's on the screen, Kecia and Gaylisa, I would not be here.
Sure.
And I just love you all to pieces.
Yes. Oh,
man.
Yes. All that love. All that love. Yes.
All that love.
All right. Take it away, Kecia.
All right. I want to give a shout out to the Unapologetic 12, most definitely my extended family, Boulevard Church of Christ, my next family, first and foremost, Christ, who was the head of my life, God, who was the head of my life. All praises, honor, and glory go to him for the two women that's on this screen right now. Each of them has played an integral part in my life, Detra and Madeline. Me and Madeline became roommates over 20-something years ago and formed a bond that has never been broken, wavered, none of that.
30-something years. What you talking about?
That's right. That's right. No matter what, we've always stayed loyal to each other. Like, no matter what, she had my back. I didn't have to question it. And for that, I am eternally grateful, honored to be your friend. The next person, Detra March, was my baby, my niece, my friend in Marysville. I've watched her go from a wildcat to just a beautiful, beautiful person. Like watching her transform, and her story is just so profound. And the things that she accomplished, even coming home this short period of time, I'm not going to tell her story. I'm going to let them tell you their story. But I am honored to know both of them and to be graced with their presence. And with nothing further from me, I'm going to introduce you to Detra March.
Hello, everybody. I'm Detra March. As Kecia stated, I was a hellion when I showed up at 1479 Collins Avenue. A little backstory, a little blip of my life from 18 to 22. It's a word for it now. It's called human trafficking. I became an addict at 18 years old due to a codependent relationship. I wanted to hit her blunt, and inside her blunt it had crack cocaine and marijuana mixed. And from there, it ruined my life. Ironically, today is my son's birthday. He turned 25 today. So, Antoine, if you out there, shout out to you too, baby. I lost custody of him due to my addiction. He was adopted. So that fueled my life of addiction, prostitution, in and out of jail until the day my crime happened. In 2005, I was sentenced to 2005 to 15 to life. I was 22 years old. And again, when I showed up at ORW, I was angry. I was miserable. I felt betrayed. And I had no sense of guidance. So it was Kecia and all my other OGs who were like, hey, you got to get your shit together. You got to do what you got to do. And I was like, yeah, no, whatever. I'm just going to do me. So my first 8 years was rough. The pivotal moment for me was my mom passed in 2010. And so I went to this program, this therapeutic community called Tapestry. And from there, my life literally fell into place. All the pieces fell into place. Things started happening for me. I started to become a leader in the community, a role model in the community. The Harmony Project was coming inside. And I can remember David Brown telling me in 2014, Detra, I'm going to hire you when you get released. And I was like, yeah, okay. Nobody's going to hire me. Lo and behold, today I work for the Harmony Project. I'm executive assistant to David Brown and to the Harmony Project. And that's nothing but the grace of God. I have accomplished a lot while inside ORW. Multiple doors were shut down because I had such a long time. So with that being said, if you're a life or a long-term offender, you just sit idle and wait for programs to come to you. So basically, I just kept knocking on the door. I passed my GED, and then they was like, go to Sinclair. I said, nope. So I was forced. I went to Sinclair. I ended up graduating with my culinary associates and my business associates. From there, I worked at CFS, which is our chow hall, and I took advantage of our end of work program. I became a fellow, making minimum wage, earning $10.45 an hour. With that being said, I have my Serve Safe managers. When I left the institution, I had 3 job offers. And eventually I chose the Harmony Project because I wanted to love my job. And so they have been by my side nonstop. And so that is where I'm currently employed. I'm a peer supporter on the mental health side. I am dual diagnosis with bipolar / addiction illness. I got 19 years sober, and I'm so proud of that. Nothing but by the grace of God and my support system. The shout outs that I gave earlier were to the programs who came inside the institution who seen me when I
She froze?
She's back.
don't know what's
Okay.
happening.
You good now.
So, okay,
You
I
you
got
good.
the music.
You good. We can hear
Okay,
you.
okay. So, with that being said, um, they poured into me. They didn't give up on me, and I sit here a success. I got my tents Friday. Uh, I'm doing it. I live in an art house right now, and life is just absolutely beautiful. My 20-year-old daughter is connected to my hips, Tanika. That's my baby. Uh, I was gone 19 years of her life. She'll be 21 December 1st. So been bittersweet, but I've accomplished so much, and I'm grateful. And it's only because of my safety net and my support system.
Thank you. Thank you, Detra. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna go on over to Miss Madeline Garrett. You guys didn't get a chance to see her beautiful face this morning because we had some issues going on. But
Yes.
welcome to the show, Miss Madeline. Thank you.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you for
It's been
joining.
it's been challenging trying to get to you this morning. So
Oh, you did that?
luckily we had part two this afternoon.
Yes,
And
yes.
again, at the age of 38 years old, I decided to get involved with someone that was running drugs and everything, and I thought, well, wow, I could get me some free dope, and we all know free dope is not free. So
Exactly.
I end up with a habit, and from that habit, following along with this guy, we ended up with a murder case. And at the age of 38 years, I entered the institution. uh, when the judge sentenced me to life in prison and an actual 3-year gun spat, my lawyer in the on the other hand was telling me, "Oh, just go ahead on and let him say what he have to say because you're going to be back home in 5 years." And so, when I entered the institution, that was my mindset. So it was like I do it my way, and the majority of staff was younger than me. So what could they actually tell me? But thank God I met Kecia when I first got out of admission, and while in admissions, it was kind of rough for me because I didn't know I was labeled as a murderer, and no one wanted to be around me. So I kind of did it a rough admissions time, and I stayed in my room the majority of the time until it just felt like the walls was closing in on me, and I just went to beating on the door and asked the officer to open the door. I can't breathe. And Mr. Edge was his name. He opened the door, let me out of the cell. I was in a cell by myself. I couldn't talk to nobody. Uh, we had phone calls once a week. So when Mr. Edge let me out the cell, I sat in the day room and just looking around, and that's when it clicked that you're in prison for the next 5 years. You don't have a choice but to sit here. So I walked to the laundry room and asked him if I could do the laundry. And so he gave me a job doing the laundry just so I wouldn't have to sit in my room all day. And when I got out, they put me in maximum security status because of my sentence. And Miss Cardine walked me to my room and everything, and the room was so nice and neat. The floors were shining. I was like, "Do Michael Jackson live here?" And both beds was made up. So I'm like, "So what bed is mine?" She said, "Whichever one you want." So I sit on the bottom bunk, and then all of a sudden I hear her saying, "Okay, I got you back. You got a big, fat, sloppy roommate, and she's not gonna take your bull crap." And then Kecia snatched the door open, and she looked, and I could see her relaxing more when she saw that I wasn't white, big, and fat and sloppy. And so she started making me comfortable. She said, "You can stay on this bed, put your commissary here," which was very little. You could carry it in your hand. "Put your commissary here." And she turned the music on real loud. I said, "Whoa." If she was trying to run me out of this room, I love it because I have 4 boys and that's how they play their music. But Kecia showed me the ropes. She got me ready to do my time. And I am forever so grateful for Kecia for teaching me the ropes and everything. And another person, Wheezy, she's not on here. She, when I was in admissions too, I would leave everything just sitting like I was at home, and I had 2 cards of cigarettes, and she took my cigarettes and teaching me a lesson. She said, "You're not at home, so you don't just leave your stuff." I said, "We somebody stole my cigarettes." She said, "Uh-huh, you in prison. Welcome to prison. You don't just leave your stuff alone. You're not at home." So I made it through that phase of my life, and then I was in. They moved us to R2, and the case manager there said in order for you to reduce your status, you had to take some programs. The only program they offered maximum security status was AA. So I signed up for AA, never been to AA before, and I listened to the guest speak. The next week I went again, I listened to them. I said, this is not for me. I can't relate to a person drunk, making it home, don't know how they made it and stuff. And so there was another program available. I signed up for that, and I completed that group. Then they had a NA meeting, and I went the first time. I sat there and listened to the story. I was like, wow, how does she know my story? So I fell in love with NA, and I wanted to do it every week. And I went to Tapestry like Detra, and no, I went to the AA, and they made a suggestion that I go to Tapestry. And I'm like, I'm not an addict like that. I didn't do all the other things, but all of those was after learning about myself. All of those was my not yets, because I had just been addicted to drugs for a short time. But like they taught me, those are your not yets. If you had stayed out there long enough, you would have been doing some of the same things and probably 10 times more. So I start listening to what was being said, listen to other people's stories, and I got involved, and I started uh, seeing myself, doing a lot of the things that others was doing. But I continued to educate myself and learn who I was, and do the programming and stuff. So I went back to school, got my GED after 4 times. I failed 4 times. And I just buckled down. I said, now, wait a minute. You too old to be this dumb. So I continued until I got my GED. I worked in the cosmetology school. I went there with a license already. I worked that was my lifestyle before entering the prison. I worked at a beauty salon. And I started helping the ladies there and listening to their stories, and it just saddened me. So, the young women losing their children to children's services, and they didn't think life was going to ever show up for them again. So I started telling them how I was parenting my children from prison. I would write them every week. I would birthday, send them cards, and let them know that they're loved, and this is what we would be doing if I was at home. So I kept that alive, the relationship with my 4 sons alive, and my mother and sisters and stuff. They were very supportive my entire time. And it was just a beautiful thing to help the women, and they would go to the visiting hall and come back and show me pictures and talk about their visit and stuff. And so I felt like I had done the right things, said the right things, and I left ORW, went to Northeast and worked in the salon there, and was doing very well until I started this. I was involved in a parenting program, and uh, we were doing very well in the parenting program. A lot of women graduated after it was a 7-week program. They would graduate and invite their children and stuff. And so we would have a graduation feast. And I was getting close to my parole board, so I told my supervisor that I was going to quit the salon and go to AOT. AO, what is it? AOT, right? Administration Technology and Office, so I could learn about the computers. And she was angry with me for making a decision to better my life. So she put a charge on me establishing a relationship after being 8 years with this same guy doing parenting groups. All of a sudden she wanted to say I was establishing a relationship. So she sent me back to ORW, which she thought was a punishment. But that at that point, when I got back down there, before I left, everybody kept coming to the hole, told me to pray that they don't send me back down. And so I did. And I consecrated myself. I wiped the floor up and I got on the floor. And I was like, Lord, let your will be done. Whatever you have for me, let it be done, because I'm familiar with ORW. So God showed me at that moment, Marysville. When he showed me Marysville, it was the most beautiful place I've ever been to. It was beautiful, green trees, green lawn, and everything. And so when I rode all my way down there, I just had a good feeling. My gut feeling was great. And I ran back into Kecia again. She wanted to know what I needed. They put me in the hole, and I stayed in the hole for a while, and then I got out. And all the staff, unit managers saw me, and they wanted me to work for them and everything. And I felt so at ease. I felt the peace of God. And I started working for Miss Brooks at admissions, and I met a lot of women and helped them a whole lot. And then Miss Ananiki asked me, did I want to go back to the beauty salon? I was like, no, I don't want to do the beauty salon. And so I was able to help a lot of women there. And still to this day, I'm in touch with a lot of them. And so when I saw my parole board at that time, they continued me 3 more years because of how Miss Luke wrote the ticket up. And, I wasn't angry. I still continue to pray for her because she has a problem. And and I just got along so well with everybody. Staff just loved on me, welcomed me. All the residents welcomed me and everything. And so it was just like I was back with my family again. And when I went to the pro board, and after I served my 3 years, and they gave me my freedom. Oh my God, it was the best feeling ever. Um, David Singleton, I'm going to call his name. He helped a lot. He went to victims of crime and spoke with them. My family, my 4 sons, spoke in my behalf. And so on that date of my hearing, December 25th, 4:00 count came, and I'm like, I haven't heard nothing, and my appointment's at 1:00. I said, I wonder, did they flop me again? So I'm sitting on my bed. I'm hot. I'm cold. I'm nervous. I'm speechless. And then Miss Jones, our case manager, came and got me and said, I need you in my office. I said, Miss Jones, did they flop me again? I didn't see, Miss Jones, did they give me my freedom? Did they flop me again? And that's just the fear that I've always felt after being flopped 4 times in the past. So she said, hold on a minute, we'll get a phone call. And it was David Singleton. He said, you're going home February. He said, I'm not going to keep you in suspense. You're going home February the 16th. I just dropped the phone and fell on my knees and started thanking God, praising God. And Miss Jones is doing the same thing. She's in tears, just crying. And so she called my son, and we all spoke a group phone call, and we was just screaming and everything, so happy. And I left out her office. I got my freedom. I'm going home. It was the most beautiful moment of my
Yes.
entire life at that time. And so it was just smooth sailing from then on. And the officer was so funny. He came to me and he's act like he was holding the mic. He said, do I need to tell you anything else? Pack your shit and get out of here.
Well, welcome home. Welcome home.
Welcome home. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. The transition. I didn't care about anything else, just getting home, being with my family. And I had to spend 6 months at the Rachel's house in Columbus. And I made it through. I made it through. It wasn't all peaches and cream. It was some hurdles I had to hurdle, but you know, my movement wasn't limited as it was in prison. So
Yeah.
I made it through. I worked. I earned money, a lot of money, and the most challenging thing was going to get my Social Security. They did not have me in the system at all, and everybody was getting those checks. I couldn't get a check because they couldn't find me in the system. I had married twice and never reported to change my last name. I was trying to get a checkup under Garrett. That didn't work. And my maiden name was Yeldon. I was still in the system as Madeline Yeldon. Yeldon. Not
Wow.
knowing, but I finally got that together because my son worked for Social Security Department. He did some investigation, uh, and we found that out. So I was able to get those checks, and I saved them up, and was able to help myself a lot, get the things that I needed once I got home.
Yeah.
And I was going to different organizations trying to get help. I spoke with the mayor of Akron, told him that they suck. There's no support here in the city of Akron for ex-offenders to re-enter society. And I used to wonder why I would see so many people returning. And they said, there's no help. And I found out that there is no help. So I spoke with different people, judges, lawyers, politicians, and I told them, what people were going through because I am going through it. I can't get any assistance. And so they started looking into it, sending me different places to speak. And I told them how the system sucked, and so I was able to get with this one judge, and she helped me to, with some finances and everything. And then my son decided to run for councilman at large. And by him running councilman at large, I was able to sit at the table with some of the politicians and just scream out to them and tell them, how ex-offenders are struggling. There's no place for them to go. They let you apply for jobs, and once you tell them you are an ex-felon, they will not hire you. And I just told, how the system really fails you. And uh, I'm helping my son, campaign, and other people saw how diligently I was doing the job, and how I love doing it. I had no fear just running to people help, passing out literature and stuff. So they bless me, and continue to bless me to this day, because I let them know that I was wrongfully convicted, but I took a plea, and it's nothing that could be done about it. So I'm just forever so grateful. I have a great church home. My parole officer allowed me to travel. I've been to Atlanta twice, Georgia, been to Chicago twice. I volunteer at food pantry. I volunteer for my son at his barber college. And, every day I have something to do. I'm volunteering my time, giving back. My niece have an organization. It's called Total Lee, and what we're doing is encouraging young girls from 11 to 17. I'm able to help them. I haven't told them my entire story. I don't want to scare them off, but I'm making them comfortable, and they're building their self esteem, and they're liking themselves. And at the end of the group, we always talk about being a phenomenal woman. And I just love it. I just love my freedom. I love the space that I'm in. I love the peace that I have. I love everybody that's in my circle. And I have enough sense now to remove myself if I'm not comfortable in
Yes.
whatever situation.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Madeline. That's a lot.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for
You're
sharing,
welcome.
because we know someone that your story and Deetra's story is going to help someone, really soon.
Okay.
So, Deetra,
Yeah.
what has been your greatest challenge since being home? And welcome home again. Since being home, and if there is a tidbit of knowledge and wisdom that you would like to leave a footprint with someone, what would that be?
I think the greatest challenge for me is this technology. Jeez, this phone. The rest of
Yes.
the city. That's me, go through. But technology has been my biggest hiccup because I have to figure this out. I don't have nobody here side by side. Like earlier with the podcast, I she's like, so what do I do again? She said, I can hear your nerves through the phone. So I think that is my biggest hiccup. What I want
Okay.
people to know is that you fall 7 times, you stand up 8. Um,
Yes.
I know who I am today. I have a backbone. I have a voice. I'm not afraid to use it. I am no longer a welcome doormat.
Yes.
It's all because of the values that Kecia, Madeline, Kim Jordan, the people that instilled in me, Ronnie Burks. Anytime that I'm one-on-one basically with a former warden, Rochelle Moore, former warden, my parole officer, Alan Flowers. Shout out to Alan Flowers. Like I have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful support system. So, you know, I ask a lot of questions, and I don't make any decisions without talking to people and letting them know this is why I'm making this decision. And if they don't agree, then guess what? I don't make that decision.
Right.
So today, I'm not hard headed no more. Listen to the directions. It makes sense. But uh, don't be afraid of something new. You know, all of this has changed. I can't necessarily say in Columbus that what I know it to be, it is not that today. It has changed so much. So those negative memories that I don't have anymore because
Yeah.
what I know don't exist. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yes.
Um, but it's been a wonderful transition, and I have a wonderful, wonderful support system and safety net around.
I love that
Yes,
positivity. Feel that
yes,
it. I love it.
yes. That
Both of
energy.
It's so beautiful to just finally get to meet both y'all. We've been so excited all day. I'm just like, is it 5 o'clock yet? Hurry
Right.
up. This
Yes.
is so beautiful. I know that women face a lot more challenges than men do, coming from the prison system, the penal system. Men are showered with all of the resources known to man. They give them, they throw everything at them. College, they throw. My loved one was able to get his associate's degree, and, and he had a 33 bit. He just got out, and they got every resource known to man for men, but for women it's different. I know, Gaylisa and I and Kecia, knowing Kaylin Tiggs and just fighting for some basic necessities for women. Why in 2024 are we still fighting,
Yeah.
for these that should just naturally be given. And it's because of legislation and the people in power who are making decisions. But you ladies have found a way to
Yeah.
say, I don't care about those obstacles and roadblocks. I'm still going to make it. I'm going to do it. You have a beautiful support system. So it sounds like one of the most important things is your support system.
Yes.
And in your mindset, because everything starts in the mind, and just how you view life. When I think about just knowing, y'all, I know Gaylisa and some of the challenges that she's faced, but from the time that I've known her, and Kecia as well. But these two beautiful ladies have given me an inside view, and now you guys have as well. And so my question for you is if it was something that you could accomplish like right now, what would it be?
For me,
Yeah.
I would have my son. I would find my son.
That's what I was thinking. I knew you was gonna say that.
I would find my
Facebook,
baby.
y'all do y'all jobs. Okay,
Yeah.
this is where technology kicks in, girl. What was his name when he was born? Hold on, let me go to the comments because I ain't playing with y'all. Facebook, I need y'all to do y'all job. Nicole, if you're watching, that's my daughter. Take this name down. What's his name? When he
His
was
name
born.
was Antoine March.
Spell it. Spell N.
ANTWANNMARCH.
ANTWANN.
Mm-hmm.
And his what last name?
March like the month.
Okay, Antoine March, born
August 31st, 1999.
Oh, today's his birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, baby.
Oh.
I'm putting his birthday there. I need somebody to put up a post for us.
Ooh.
I need somebody to put up a post for us. Facebook, I need y'all to do y'all job. There's a couple of organizations out here. I think it's Angel something. I'm going to look into it. We're going to find your baby. Going to find your baby.
Yes.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, baby. Put up a post for me. Put his name up. Put his birthday. If anybody knows this baby was adopted, this was his name, that's his birthday. We need some information and find me an organization, please. Thank you, ma'am.
I'm a post too. I'm a post too
Yeah,
because
all of us.
Facebook.
We're about to all
Yeah.
post. We're gonna find that. Facebook will do their job. I promise you. This is where
Yeah.
technology is the bomb.com. We're gonna find that baby. God, we're speaking it into
Yes.
existence. Lord, we
Yes.
love
Speaking
you.
in existence.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yes, we are
Amen.
speaking into. You said if we ask that you would provide, and we believe it. Yes, that's what
Yes.
faith is. God, we have enough faith right now. Yes, Lord, please move. Thank you. Okay, I'm getting excited. So hold up.
Yes. Yes.
I'm excited I'm calling like a big old baby.
Huh?
Madeline.
Yes.
I got a
Yes.
question for you. I
Yes.
got a
Okay.
question for you. What and coming home after doing all that time, what can you say was your epiphany that changed your whole mindset in your direction? Like made you know exactly what you wanted and how you was gonna get it.
Well, what made me know that that I knew what I wanted? First of all, I wanted to have a relationship with my four sons, and I told them, I want to fit into you all's life. You have been living adults because you was children when I left. I want to fit into your lives and your lifestyle. I just want to be a part of it. And whatever you have to say about being my going away, leaving you, say it. I'm going to allow you to express yourself, express your feelings. And when they told me, Mom, you was a good mother. You did absolutely nothing wrong. You just made bad choices. We
Man.
accept you. We accept you as you are. And
Wow.
whatever there is we need to do to make you comfortable, we're here for you. And
Wow.
when they told me that, it just melted my heart, and I just cried and everything to hear them say that. And my one son told me that moms were never supposed to leave their children. So my son decided to go to the army, so he felt like he left me by him going away until to the army. And my youngest son told me he was just lost. All he knows is his big brothers came and got him out of school and said, Mom won't be home. And he said that he just didn't know what to do. And uh, he was very good in sports and everything. And he told me he quit playing sports because I wasn't there in the stadium to cheer him on. And when it was over, I wasn't there to carry his jersey and his football helmet. Um,
Wow.
yep. And so at that point, when they all expressed their feelings and told me how much they love me and miss me, and I was the best mother, when they were growing up, and in a single parent family, they had it all. So how could they be angry with me because I set the path? And they told me by me leaving them, they became men. If I was still home, we would all be living in that small house, and they would be paying the bills and depending on me to cook for them. They grew up, by me leaving them, they became men. And that was the epiphany. There was no anger or anything. They just loved on me. And I when they told me that, I said, you know what? I'm going to continue to put God first and
Absolutely.
follow. I will not make a decision without letting him know what my thought pattern is. And it just carries me then, and it's still carrying me now. I am so grateful, humble, and honored to be where I'm at. Did I
Absolutely.
answer your question?
Yes, you did. And
Can I
Detra has
say
to go.
something?
Yeah,
Can I say
yeah, go
something?
ahead. Yep.
So the pivotal point for me was to not be a victim anymore. I became a
Yes.
victor. I
Yes.
can't keep complaining about the things that happened to me in my life. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do to change it, but I can make my outcome 10 times better. And that's what I'm
Amen.
doing.
Man.
That's
Amen.
what I'm doing.
Amen. That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
My
Amen.
baby has to leave, y'all.
I got
Detra
to
has to leave.
go.
Yes, it has been an honor and a pleasure hearing you talk. You're going to inspire so many people. So
Yes.
many people. You're going to touch so many lives. So just get ready for that because it's getting ready to happen. Because you
Okay.
just touched ours. You touched ours. Thank you. Such a gracious,
Well,
gracious, gracious guest.
I love you guys, Madeline,
Love
Kecia,
you.
Miss
Love you too,
Tam,
baby.
Gaylisa. I love you guys. See you later.
See
Okay.
you.
We love you,
Bye.
Okay.
baby. Okay.
Madeline, do
Yes.
you have any shout outs to anyone at this time?
Do I have any shout outs? Oh, I could go on and on and on.
We're
Yes.
great. Sure.
Uh, I'm going to shout out to my son Marty, that's still active in his addiction, and I truly believe that one day he's going to get it together, and it's going to be sooner than later. Eddie, keep trucking. You're doing so good on the road. Eric, keep politicking, and Ricky, keep building homes. Those are
I
my
know
four
it.
sons. And I'm going to do a block party for the grandchildren and great grandchildren and my neighbors, because they've been so beautiful to me. And our community is listening to my requests now. I've learned something since my son been in the office, and I want to just shout out to all the councilmen in Ward 5, Margot Somerville, and the police department.
Okay.
Beyond Expectation Barber College, Akron School, and Youngstown School. All my grandchildren. I just love the support and love how they love on me.
Yes, that's
That's
beautiful.
what's up. God is so
Yeah.
good, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is. All the time. All the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, he is. Yes, he
Gaylisa,
is.
Gaylisa.
Yes.
Hey, Gaylisa.
Hey, how are you?
Be
What's
good now.
going on? I know,
Hey.
I know, I know. I'm
You got
still driving.
that's all
That's the
right.
story of my life.
Always driving.
Always driving.
You got any shout outs, Gaylisa?
Shout out to everybody who's going to watch this podcast. Just shout out to people. I would say, everybody give yourself a break for the day.
Yes.
Give yourself a break. Give yourself a break for the day. Because
Yeah.
I know we think we know something. We think we be doing something. We think we be planning something, but we don't. It's all in His
Yeah.
time.
It's
It's all in
all
His time.
all in His
So,
divine timing.
give yourself a break. Hey, Lisa Sharp and everybody. Love y'all, Madeline.
Love you.
Thank you. That's it. Love life. I'm telling you, love life.
That's
Right.
right.
Love life. Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. Thank you.
Love.
Shout outs this evening. I just want to thank God for today and just for showing us, the devil, he tried it earlier, but God did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God got the victory, and I thank him for that. I want to thank him for healing me. You guys, I had COVID for the 5th time.
What?
Man.
I went back to work Wednesday. And of course, I still have some of the symptoms, and so I was kind of weak at work, and they was kind of looking at me like I was crazy, and I didn't care. I said I'm not going to drive myself crazy, but I just want to thank God for His healing. I want to thank Him for Elijah Wan, who took care of me, and boy, it was all bad. It was like
Yeah.
I was crying, and like I want to go to the hospital. I've never done that before with
Wow.
COVID, and so this was a bad one. And so I just thank Him for healing my body and my mind and keeping my mind. And for the people that He's placed. Gaylisa was texting me, "You all right? Love you. You okay?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And thank God for my son who sat at my bedside, made sure I took the little nasty medicine. And just for the people that He's placed in my life, I thank God for spreading love unapologetically. My co-host, y'all are the bomb. DiggityDon.com. Thank you so much, Madeline. You have a
Right.
beautiful story. Such a beautiful story. I love your spirit. I love your
Well,
spirit.
thank
It's
you.
so calming.
And
Yes.
Tam, I just want Tam. This is
Yeah.
big Libra. This is big Libra energy on the stage. You ain't never had nothing like this going on.
That's right.
This is Libra
Yes,
energy.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Keisha, what is your Keisha, Keisha, what is your birthday?
September 24th. September
Libra.
24th.
I'm a
You hear
child
me?
of God. Born
Rock the
September
scales.
13th.
Rock the
Thank you. Okay. You see
Yeah.
what y'all see
This
what I
is
got to go through? Y'all see what I got to go through?
Listen, we get it done. Libras do it better.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
Yes.
right. That's
We
right.
balance the
Help them, Lord.
scales.
Help them.
That's right.
Y'all
All right. We shout out to Virgos. We give y'all a little bit.
Little bit. Little bit.
So, as
I love
always,
you guys.
we still have merch available. We have our tumblers, we have our coffee cups, we have our t-shirts. We still have them.
I got t-shirts. I'm all around town.
We got
Call me.
t-shirts,
Get a
we got-
t-shirt.
and if you're a Cleveland Browns fan, we have a lot of that stuff around here too. I got some new stuff in, you guys. I sold out last week, and I just thank God. I was sick too. I thank God for that. Sold out and had to climb in here, get on the computer, do some more stuff, make some more designs, and that's all out of that too. So thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so listen, we don't have anyone set up for next week. We got to get busy, y'all. We have a couple
Okay.
people that reached out to us who are the uncle of George Floyd. His name is Mr. Jones. He would love to come on our show. I have had a conversation with him. And
All right.
and so we got a couple people. Listen, any words of encouragement to leave with our beautiful viewers today?
Most definitely. I just want to leave this with y'all. You're going to meet different people in different walks of your life. The difference is knowing who you meet, why they're there, and to understand that everyone comes into your life for a season. So enjoy that season. Don't try to make it more than what it is or make that person be what you want them to be. Accept them for who they are. Have them accept you for who you are. If they don't, keep it pushing, because life is too short to get caught up in all of that. Enjoy life every moment, because you never know when it's your last moment. So enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Gaylisa?
I will second that, and I just want to this tidbit of information, and it's vital to understand who you are. That is what life is about. Understanding who you are, not what nobody else is, not what you want people to be. When you understand who you are, you gain humility, character, you understand what your gifts are, and you understand what your callings are. But what you want from other people, do it for yourself. See it in yourself first.
Yes. Madeline.
Yes, my thing is listen and love. I didn't have people to really listen to what I was trying to say. I talk slow, I move slow, but I have a reason for doing what I do, and just listen to others. And I don't know what that noise is.
No, I'm like, where that come from?
Sound like gunshots.
Right,
felt like I was getting shot up.
Yes,
hit the ground.
Listen and love yourself first, and treat your neighbors as you would treat yourself. You never know what a person is going through. You never know, when the last time you will see them. So love them and always encourage one another. That's what I want to leave. Encourage one another. Yeah,
that's good.
I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love each of y'all, and I will see y'all next week.
We will see y'all next week.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't touching no buttons.
Yes, good. Good.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Sorry, y'all. Out, girl.
Tam,
Yes, ma'am.
I said it was so nice meeting you.
You too. It's a blessing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And anytime you want to come back on the show, you just come on. Just let us know. Okay?
We'll do just that. Okay.
Okay.
We're today well.
Definitely do. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
See you.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even
Did you end it, Tam?
You can still go. I never answer to